I had an unusual and pretty random path to becoming a research analyst. I'd been working as a management consultant. I decided to stop that, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I got a call from a recruiter for this job. My first reaction was, I don't want to do that. Frankly, I didn't even know what the difference between buy side and sell side was. But the more I explored the potential of this, the more interesting it became. Finally, I decided, how many chances would I get to try something like this? One. Would I always regret it or ask myself, what if I didn't give it a shot? The answer was yes, and so I made the jump. So at the end of the last year, many semiconductor stocks got crushed and a lot of investors were very nervous about the industry then. We actually turned positive on the sector on that dip in November, December of last year, and we entered this year with a reasonably constructive view of the sector overall. I would say that the signs as we move through the year have gotten worse. We turned incrementally negative on the sector in June. In hindsight, I'm wishing we made a bigger call on that. It is what it is. I'd say uncertainty and volatility are characterizing our view of the sector right now. There's great uncertainty in terms of the implications of China, economic slowdowns, currency devaluations. Many semiconductor companies obviously have exposure there. There's also broader concerns about the global economy, and semiconductors tend to be very macro. I'd say China is probably the biggest swing factor in our overall view of the sector going forward for the rest of the year and into next year. If I have to be anywhere in technology, I'd want to be in semiconductors, and this is what I really enjoy. Everything about technology revolves around semiconductors. They are the fundament of every bit of technology that's been developed. There is no technology without semiconductors, and so it gives you an incredibly broad overview of every technology trend that's coming down the pipe. It's just a wonderful place to sit. I'm also continually fascinated by the technology. My background is in semiconductor process engineering. The amount of engineering and know-how that goes into this to make these things work, it's phenomenal. You're manufacturing products with features on them that are, on the level of atomic dimensions. You're printing features that are, 7% of the wavelength of light that you're using to image them. You're tricking a beam of light. I'm astonished that this stuff works at all, and just have a great deal of respect for the degree of engineering difficulty that really goes into this to make stuff work that everybody frankly takes for granted. I spent 5 years building semiconductor process equipment in graduate school, so that was really where at least my academic path was leading me. There were a number of, fortuitous events, or random or not, that have sort of put me on a different path, and I don't regret it at any point in any day. It's been phenomenal.